Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I am Haroon Mushtaq from Multan Public School and College for boys with my video lecture for my O-level students. Dear students, you all know while attempting O-level English paper, especially I am talking about writing paper, the students use vocabulary, the main ingredient, the vocabulary to the best of their abilities. We all know how good or precise vocabulary apt to the situation or apt to the context puts an impact on your examiner. And definitely if your examiner, he is the person, he is the relevant person. If he is impressed, then you, inshallah, you are going to get good grades. But at the same time, while choosing or writing vocabulary or picking up words, we face certain difficulties. I often tell you that over the years, the teachers, they come to know or they realize the certain weak areas of their students, and then they try to rectify those mistakes, or they try to teach or motivate their students to rectify their mistakes or correct that particular area, or work or focus on that area so that they can be strong enough, or that can be efficient enough to overcome their mistakes, to overcome their difficulties, to overcome their errors. So today some words may look you very simple, but believe me, or you yourself, when you will listen to me, you yourself will realize that yes, you often commit these mistakes. Maybe sometimes, if it is very few in, suppose I will tell you about the use of word there with EIR and the words of there THERE. If it happens once or maybe twice in your creative writing composition, or in your directed writing, the examiners take it as a slip and they ignore it. But if you are repeating it again and again, then this mistake or this thing falls in the category of mistake, and then you will be penalized. Your marks will be cut, and then you will be getting ultimately lower grades. So this is the difference between what is a slip and what is a mistake. Definitely, even we teachers, we are often get confused a certain thing, and I call it, according to me, I termed it as a stuck syndrome. Sometimes we stuck at a thing that we know that is very simple, but we stuck at that thing. Okay. So while coming back to the point, but at writing, while writing, we face certain difficulties while choosing or writing vocabulary. These difficulties, main difficulty, is to write English alternative of an Urdu word. English alternative of an Urdu word. We must have strong vocabulary. If we have a good store of vocabulary, strong vocabulary, then we can write our creative writing or our essay or whatever it is quite easily. But I mean, this vocabulary increasing or using of precise vocabulary or this and that is not our topic today. Today, I would like to bring your attention to these other two difficulties that we face while writing our essays and our writings. So, these two difficulties, I term it as, words that we often misspelled, and then words that we are liable to confuse. Later I will be giving you examples, then you can understand. Simple is words that we are liable to mean which word with what spelling is used at a certain point or in a certain situation. So this is quite our weak area. Now let me move further. I hope you have understood the topic today. So first of all, the students, as I told you earlier, my topic or my choice of this topic is due to the reason that I have been finding these mistakes over the years from most of the students. I don't say each and every student commit these mistakes, but most of the students, maybe out of carelessness, lack of concentration, or maybe some other thing, they commit such mistakes. So the words, I will write the words as they will come to my mind. So first, as I gave you the example in the beginning, the use of the word there and then there. So the students, they show a lot of weakness in this area. Now when I write these words, definitely you will say that these it is very easy, but recall to your minds while checking your assignments, plenty of mistakes are of this word. Definitely you know the meaning of there. This is unka, and there at that point this house belongs to their father or their forefathers. And then there I saw a man with a strange with a strange look on his face. So just pay attention to these words, and the success, your success or my success is that next time, or maybe after writing one or two assignments, you stop committing these mistakes. Then you commit this mistake, then with E and then with A. This then mistake means at this, when my father asked me how I did that, then I replied, at this I replied. So this is the use of then with E, and this then is used in comparisons that we often use in in adjectives. This I mean, my house was much inferior than the house of my friend, or examples like this. So just remember, this then is used at this, tab, phir, is per, and then this then with a is used for comparisons. Very simple example is, I am taller than you. You are the smartest boy in the class, and examples like this. Next, the students, they often misspell some words. So here is one word, that is habit. Now, taking from it hobby, they think that there must be two B's in habit also, as there are two B's in hobby. But remember that there is only one B in habit. There are not two B's. How you overcome these difficulties? By mere practice, by concentrating on the lecture, and by, I mean, while writing, be very attentive, and I mean absorb yourself in your writing. Otherwise, if you, your teacher assign you some creative writing, you write one or two paragraphs and then you leave it and go for your dinner or lunch, or then come back, it means you are not concentrating. It is my advice to complete your work in one sitting, so that your whole focus, the whole story, the whole script should be in your mind. So this is the mistake that students often commit in habit and hobby. Usually they write the spell of hobby correctly, but they misspell the word habit. Similarly, then writing and written. Now, here students use double T in writing also. So double T, use of double T in writing is wrong. The correct is single T, while in written double T is correct. Use of double T is correct. Okay, move to some other example. Yes, the same example is in, bury. What can be the mistake here? They write it as BURRY, or at least if they don't commit such mistake, this mistake, while changing the form, they use buried, because they take it as buried, so they use double R. So this is also wrong. This is correct. Bury with single R, it is correct. Bury with double R is wrong. Buried with double R is wrong. There is only a single R in bury or buried. Today I am choosing such words that I think, or I suppose, that you usually use in your or most of the time you use in your creative writing. So my words are not relating to some economics or medical terminologies most of them, though the next word coming to my mind is a medical terminology, but you use it many times, or you have to use it, or you come around such a situation in your creative writing that you have to use that word. That is called comma. This word is comma. So this is a state where I think I am not exactly sure, where a sick person, extremely sick, is almost dead, or at least we call it as he his brain is finished, his brain is no more. uh, we call it as brain death. So this is called coma. The patient, or when he went to the ICU, doctor immediately shifted him in the ICU, and later the next day he went in coma. You have often have heard this word, but always you are confused about the use of spelling. So this is the other comma, which means, or which is a punctuation mark. This one. So maybe this is not used in your composition, but this word is used in your composition, comma. Okay, then other word. This is suit, and this is again the word is suit, but with another e. So someone please don't stop my video here to point out that the sir is pronouncing this word wrong. Just I am telling you that most of the students, they pronounce these two words in the same manner. This is SUIT, suit, definitely libas or something, but this word is pronounced as sweet, SWEET, something meetha, you know. So this is pronounced as sweet. This word, maybe this word is also used. You can also use in your composition. There is no, as such ban on the use of this word. She was clad in a nice suit. She was clad in a very in a suit of gay colors. And this suite means a group of, not necessarily 2 rooms or 2 or 3 rooms with a certain, sitting area. Probably sometimes there is a kitchen in it. So this is a whole set of rooms in a hotel where you can stay with your family while taking on rent or booking the rooms one by one, where 1 or 2 persons can stay. Your whole family of 4, 5, 6 persons, they can take a suite on rent and they can live there. So again I am saying this is the pronunciation of this word. This word will be pronounced as sweet. Okay, next, the students, they often forget the spelling of what we call Qatar, जिसको हम line कहते हैं, but using line is not a proper word. It is, for example, outside the bank, the people are standing in a queue, or the official or the cashier asks them to please make a queue or stand in a queue. So the spelling of queue, that is a Qatar. This is QUEUE. That we generally take a line. In the morning assembly, you people are asked to fall in a queue. Okay, so this is the spelling of queue. Come to the next few words. Yes, there is a very important word. One coming to my mind is, yes, fiancé. FIANCE, and then FIANCEE. There is a, sometime a comma type of thing here, but it is not coming to my mind right now. Anyway, I am telling you this word. So this fiancé is with single e, and this fiancé is with ending with double e. So it means a person to whom you are engaged with, and a person of opposite sex to whom you are engaged with. आप इसको जिसको you call it मंगेतर, मंगेतर. So this fiancé with single e, it is used for a boy. Some girl can say that he is my fiancé, and this fiancé with double e, it is used for a girl. For a female it is for male, and it is for a female. It is used for a girl. Some boy can introduce someone, please meet her, she is my fiancé, she is my fiancé. So just to remember, double e for a girl or for a female, and single e for a boy, mangetar. Okay, next word, that is okay, next word, what can, okay, this word is petrol. So it is different, this petrol is different from this petrol. So this petrol is a, I mean, I don't know in the chemical terms, this petrol is a liquid used as a fuel that we use in our motorbikes or in our cars, everywhere, in aeroplanes, etc. But this petrol is the movement or the roaming of law enforcement agencies, especially they are certainly on the move in the city to look for the law and order situation, इसको हम गश्त भी कहते हैं. So after the dispersal of the crowd, after the dispersal of the crowd, even after the dispersal of the crowd, the police patrols kept on, or the police vans kept on patrolling in the city. Yes, after the dispersal of the crowd, the police vans, the police cars, the police vehicles, they kept on patrolling in the city. So this is the difference between, and now for your own sake, you can just remember this hint or this tip, that petrol with A is this petrol that usually the police, army, rangers they do, and then this petrol is that fuel which we use in our automobiles. Next, so you all know this word lie. To tell something which is wrong, it is a verb. So while making it a noun, the students, they generally misspell it like this: lie, lie, and then just put a r and it will become liar, but it is wrong. The correct spelling, liar, liar. So this is the correct spelling. Some words, they change their spelling while changing from, one part of speech to another. So this is another word that the students often misspell, or they get confused while writing their creative writing. Okay, one simple word, just like the words that I told you in the beginning, that is the use of word quite and quite with T at the end. This quite means in which the E is before the T. It means silence, khamoshi. And this quite, I think I have spelled it wrongly. Quite. This means enough. You are quite mature now to understand your responsibilities. So this word is used in this sense. Again, this is used for silence, for quiet. You have heard many times from your teacher, please be quiet. Or all were sitting quiet and a little gloomy on the dining table. Then this quiet, it means enough. You are quite mature now to understand or realize your responsibilities. Similarly, same word is same mean the same. Similar case is with the use of weak and weak. So we people are also very weak in it. So which weak we are going to take here? We people are very weak in the choice of these words. So this is this, and then it means not strong enough, or not, I mean efficient enough in something, kamzor in this meaning. And this is the, I mean the 7 days of a week, 1 week or 2 weeks of a month, or the second week of a month. So be careful about the using of these. With double E is, with double E, the word week with double E is used for the 7 days of the week, while this week is used lacking energy, lacking efficiency over something. कमज़ोर के मीनिंग में ये इस्तेमाल होता है. Similarly, together, it is also many times written like this, because the student take a clue from this gather only. If it is gather, there is, I mean, sorry, not here. If there gather, there is an A in gather, so there must be an A in together also, but it changes here. Together, there are 2 E in together. Then yes, this word is also used many times. So colonal, but it is written like this. Its pronunciation is colonel. A rank in military, or maybe in rangers also. I mean officer of high rank in military or army. So this word is pronounced as colonel, but it spells like this, colonel. Same is the case with this word. You can also learn the spelling. LIEU TENANT. So this word is lieutenant, and but as we call this word, or in our society, this Pakistan, we pronounce it as lieutenant, but it is also pronounced as lieutenant. Maybe I'm a bit not sure. I think it is pronounced at lieutenant in American English, and it is pronounced lieutenant in British English, or maybe vice versa. Okay, so this word is lieutenant. Now here the main focus is not maybe the pronunciation but the spelling of this word. Then come to this word, it is also used, this desert and this. So this desert is a barren land full of sand, a barren land, barren, dry, hot, land, desert, we call it Registan. So this is with single S, this desert. And this word is pronounced as desert. Desert, go almost, the spell are same, only the difference of that we add one more S here. But here we give stress on E, desert, where here we changes while speaking E into I, desert. So this is a part of your food, the thing that you take as a sweet dish at the end of your meal. It is called dessert. You have often seen this word on the menu cards of many restaurants. First there are starters in the shape of sometimes seekh kebab or soups and this, and then you have a main course in the form of some gravy or in the form of rice, etc. And then at the end, if you want to say you want to take some ice cream, some pudding, some fruit trifle, or many other things, so this is called dessert. Sometimes even as they are attached to this field, even the waiters, they ask you, sir, what would you like to take in the dessert? And if we don't know about the meaning of dessert, then we will be looking at his face blankly. So here I want to tell the difference between desert, Registan with single E, pronunciation is different. Then the word dessert, we will change mean while pronouncing E, more stress, or will make this word as sound like I, dessert, and then we add another S, so it will become dessert. Desert, Registan, dessert, a sweet dish. So I think these words are enough now. Please, the end objective, the ultimate goal of our lectures, our teaching, whatever we teachers tell you, is that you people must pay heed to those things and then avoid committing those mistakes next time. If not next time, within the next 2 or 3 attempts, you should get rid of all these mistakes. We must focus on, we have to focus on many other things. There are plenty of things that the examiners are looking for from a good student. So don't entangle yourself in such kind of petty mistakes, and just don't give an impression that you are a very weak student who even don't know the basic things. Okay, hope you will inshallah pay heed to my advice. You will now correct your mistakes and you will pronounce, write, spell these words correctly next time. Okay then, boys, Allah Hafiz and advance Eid ul Azha Mubarak.